Heaps of hits on YouTube, you say? That's not funny. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode from the Vanilla Ice Cream SMP. I'm in a different location for a very important reason that you can see behind me. Yay! I wanted cats. So I went on a cat adventure. Primarily went on an adventure for colder biomes, specifically cherry trees, because it's the only type of tree I don't have. For my grand adventure today. All of you are coming home with me, by the way. Home's this way. We're south of home. This village is super cute and might be worth considering as like if I want to do a village revamp build, which is always something that just sticks in my head of like a what if I did that, you know? I don't know if all the cats are following me anymore. I want all of you to come with me, please. That's okay. You two can be in love. That's allowed, but where are the rest of you? You're coming with me, okay? You beautiful kitty cats. Okay, hopefully now they'll all actually want to follow me places. Here, I'll hold some fish. They're so cute. Look at the little babies. Today I want to build some trees, and this is a weird thing that's popped into my brain. Not building trees, we know me. I like building trees. What I want to do is build one tree of each wood type in Minecraft. In my base. Well, or at least starter base, maybe. I don't know if I'm gonna live there the rest of the season. Judging by the amounts of cats I'm carrying with me, I might become a crazy cat lady. And, you know, there are worse things I could be. Everybody up? Everybody up? Perfect? Okay. I'm missing one type of wood, and that's cherry wood. But I have all the others. Well, okay, technically I'm also missing all the nether trees. I don't want to count those, because they're technically mushrooms, for one. And also, I don't want to count those. Look at them all, they're so cute! There's also a huge flower forest over that way. But, you may have noticed, it is no longer Halloween. But I'm pretty sure that's still my phantom count and not my death count. I did not win, and that's okay. I did not kill like 2,000 phantoms. Turns out other people were killing way more phantoms than I was. We've got server-y plans going in the background that are just gonna take some time because everything takes time. Oops. It's raining cats. I want to build custom trees for all the wood types. We already have the dark oak one. We built that one last episode. So now I want oak and birch and spruce and jungle, which is probably not going to look like a typical jungle tree. Neither with the birch, if I'm being honest. For a typical birch tree, I mean. The birch tree is not going to look like a jungle tree either. Although that could be funny. But I don't think it would be what I'm going for. Look at all the kitties. I think it's fair to say I am immensely distracted. Oh, we need to go this way more? Yeah, we need to go this way more. Oh no! Okay, looks like we're going down. And digging our way back up. Impromptu terraforming? Completed? No! Okay, somebody else already cobblestoned their way out of this hole. I don't feel bad digging our way out of here. Hello. You gave me a feather. Thank you kindly. Okay, so we're gonna have to swim. Pretty sure you guys are okay with swimming. Yeah. That's good. Let's not walk around all the way to the front door if we don't have to, you know? Do any of you want to be indoor cats or outdoor cats? You don't have to care yet. We'll let you settle in before we make this decision. But I think we need to all bother Relic the dog. We need to open up all the cat doors. Yeah! Relic, I brought you some friends. Look at them! Also, you have armor. I don't know how long ago I did that. Name suggestions? Comments. You know what to do. Also, hi. You have to stay in the boat. I don't think I have a name tag. Now that the cat's been dealt with, we can now actually start figuring out where the rest of our trees are going to go. And not all of them are going to look like our dark oak tree here. Which I still like. I might change the floofiness of some of the leaves. I like how floofy it is, though. So I probably won't. We already have dark oak accounted for, and we already have bamboo accounted for. We might even have too much bamboo, and I might get rid of some of this. But I'm thinking by the water is definitely where we're going to have our mangrove. I might rather do a little closer to the water. Because I don't want any of these trees to be particularly large. I think all of them overall are going to be shorter than the stained glass trees I did last season. This birch tree has to go. This is one that we're gonna replace maybe with jungle, because I'm thinking we'll go over here, like leaning, a very leaning tree, just leaning over the water. It's like from here, then yeah, that could be something. That could be something. I don't want to put the trees like too close together, especially for the acacia. I think this is a good spot for the acacia tree. The spruce tree is going to be a very pine tree, very Christmas tree. So I'm tempted to put it closer to where our snow biome is. But still within property line, I think. So like in line with this tree, but also not quite. I think maybe we pull it this way. That could be something. That could be something. The oak tree is actually where I want the oak tree to go, I think. This is a good spot for a tree. Where this birch tree is right now, I think could be a cute little flower garden cherry grove kind of deal. Not too much, but not too little either. That leaves us with the birch and the pale oak. The plan I have for the pale oak is going to include the bark looks like look at this. Look at that. And then if I move it ever so slightly to the side, next to perhaps a block like this, look at that. Nope, wrong color. Look at that. Color could be fun. So that's what I want to do with the custom pale oak tree, which means I'm not really sure I want it too close to the tough walls. But also that does mean I could put some pale oak in the walls and make it look like the walls are in part built. Or maybe the tree's made of stone kind of deal. Also, the llamas started spitting at each other and there were 5 casualties, of which 8 leather was obtained. I'm sure it's fine and will never happen again. Is this where I want the... I don't know, I'm not sure about the jungle tree. We could also do multiple trees, and I think we definitely have too much bamboo, but... Oh, well, we might not. I still think roughly over here is where I want the jungle tree. It's probably going to be a palm tree. I know everybody's done that before, because you can put the cocoa beans on, they look like coconuts, but I want to do it. I haven't done it before. So... maybe like 2 big ones leaning over this way could be something. Could be something. That doesn't solve the dark oak problem, though. Also, I'm leaning towards putting a birch tree like right here. Just a little one, you know, to help with the silhouette of it all. Oh, the mushrooms have been growing. Isn't that lovely? Or maybe I put it where the acacia is now. Have them like swap. The acacia is going to take up a lot of horizontal space because it's an acacia tree. I think maybe that's it. I think maybe this is what we work with. Or, to give the llamas more space, we put the acacia tree, like, over here and have it just causing problems. Growing everywhere. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we have, like, a water... we do need a wishing well of some flavor. Or, we don't need one, but I want one. That's the kind of thing you mark with a bucket of water. It's like a wishing well right around here. Maybe a little bit this way, closer to the house. It'll be an infinite water source, whatever it ends up being. Yeah! That could be cute. Alright, we have a plan. Problem now is acting on that plan. I have some resources, but definitely not all of them. Also, this little reindeer is so stinking cute. It's so cute. Apparently there are a bunch of them around, and I still haven't seen any. So, oops. Might need to go looking for those. Also, the Mendo Bendo Hide and Find is still going, and I have found some recently, but I mined them up, so... Hi, chicken. They're over in my score chest. I don't know if I'm, like, winning. Oh, there's no way I'm winning, actually. The actual Mendel isn't saying at this, but... do I want this here? I'm not building this tree first. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. There's no way. I was collecting resources, in between episodes, so I've actually got a lot here that I can build out of. Oh, I don't have any cocoa beans in there. Also, yes, I have 2 shulker boxes. I probably want more than that, actually. We'll just grab 8. It'll probably be enough. We'll just put those in there. And I don't have much for cherry. I had some cherry logs that I got from Wandering Trader. I don't have saplings, I don't have leaves, but I want to do something because the bark kind of looks like nether bricks. I can use the stairs and slabs and walls of that. We're in a pretty good place to start, I think. Problem is actually starting, as it is always. I think we should tackle this oak tree first. So, replay mod isn't working. We updated the server. I tried to update replay mod. Replay mod does not like me doing that, but I built this tree. It's been built. You didn't get to see if we built it. It was a lot of deleting and replacing leaves over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I tried to keep not a whole lot of leaves close to the trunk this time until you got closer to the top of the tree, because that's like a thing with trees, I think. Oak trees, maybe? I don't know. I see other people do it. The leaves grow on the ends of branches. That's how sunlight works. And how the trees get the sunlight to do the photosynthesis stuff. But anyway. I also built a well. Well, it's not over there, it's over here. And it's got a little wrench that doesn't work, but you could spin it out. And it's also all infinite water, so that's good for me as well. Well, how many well puns can I fit? I should stop. Anyway. But replay mod isn't working, so I think I'm just gonna talk about each tree after I build it. And then maybe this video won't be ridiculously long. That'll be nice. I'm sure they're having a good, normal time. I think I'm gonna do the birch tree next. And I might get rid of those 2 birch trees and replace them with the style that I'm gonna put here in just a minute. Hi, pig. Hello. Yay. I've added in 3 birch trees. Now, technically, the rule I set for myself was 1 of each, but only one's inside the fences, so I'm not breaking the rule that I made. Yeah, these look a bit like aspen trees, but not really. The branches start really close to the ground, and we don't have like the orange leaves I'd want to do for aspen trees. I wanted them to be smaller, thinner. That's why we have the diorite walls in the middle bit. I was debating using, what are they called? The new wood type. Pale oak fences. But part of the little, I guess, rule for what I'm trying to do here is it's each wood type gets its own tree. And the pale oak's gonna get its own thing. trying to put some bit of light in each of the trees, not a whole lot. There's lichen, glow lichen, in the birch trees, in part because it looks pretty good with the leaves and with the diorite, and in part because there's not really a lot of space to put lights otherwise. In an effort to mitigate torch spam, oh, well, you can see that right through, huh? Yeah, in an effort to mitigate the torch spam, I think putting more moss down for more moss carpet isn't going to be, like, that absurd of an idea. I kind of want each tree to glow a little bit, so I definitely think I can get away with that. Moss carpets at the base of these trees. Yeah. Just a little something. We'll add more moss eventually to make this a little less obvious, I suppose. I also think that this path is going to need some cute little light posts. Of the birch fences I wanted to try, but you could think about it. Like, put a little lantern on each of these. Could be something. I might change that all later. But also, in between clips, I was able to, I guess it's a trade with the Fearscape, Justin, who lives all the way over there, who's building this giant, crazy cathedral mausoleum thinger, what was it, out of deep slate. So I donated 9 stacks of deep slate, and in exchange I got cherry sapling and whatever this thing is. I care more about this right now, because, yay, I finally don't have to go looking forever for one. What trees do we have left? We have the spruce tree, which I probably shouldn't put this right here if I plan on doing the spruce tree next. We have the acacia tree. I might do the acacia tree next, actually. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. But before I get into that, I just want to explain how I did these. I built the pillar up, and then I started at the top, and then went down in a spiral of leaves, and then sort of fluffed it out from there for each of these. You kind of can't really see much of the spiral anymore, because I wanted the base of each of the trees to have like a full ring around it. But it helped me make sure I was trying to space my leaves out pretty okay. And I might go in and change like the top of that one. I don't like how that looks. I feel no shame in ever so slightly adjusting trees as I go. Just trying to keep it interesting looking. And also definitely ruining the spiral pattern I originally started with, but that was just a base. Yeah, I already like that better. The goal is that each of the trees are unique, but also interesting to look at. And they're all going to work together because there's going to be trees around. But in order for that to happen, I think we're going to do the acacia tree next. Quick enchanting break. You know, we'll take that. And we'll take it also to the anvil at my house. And make that protection 4. There we go. Much better. Okay, it's tree time. Ta-da! Is that... It's... I think it's okay. I was looking a lot at pictures of real-life acacia trees, and there's this branch pattern that's really hard to do in Minecraft. With you can see the gaps in between the logs, and then it's just the leaves on top. And I wanted some of that. I also wanted like a little side branch here. It doesn't look as good as I would like. I didn't really want to pull in like walls or anything. I felt like it would take away from the fact that it's obviously an acacia tree. And Minecraft acacia trees look like this. And this is cube game. Cube game things will happen. Also, I did hang some lanterns in it. And give it some roots on the bottom to make it look a little bit more supported. I think this will do. I think this will do. And in part, it's going to be next to the dark oak tree. Or, nope, that's the dark oak tree. This is the pale oak tree. And that's going to have a lot of walls in it. And they'd be the same... I think they'd be the same wall texture, wall color block tough walls. They'd both be tough walls, and I'm not sure how I'd feel about that. I think it'll work. I think this will do. I didn't want to use too many leaves, so there's actually a lot of little holes in the canopy, just to keep the density down of leaves. I was worried there were too many. I would like to also mention that I've done a little bit to the bamboo forest. Grove, I guess. Bamboo section of my base. There's string around. You can't see it. But there's some like right there. There's some like right there. And some of these are going to grow to match it. I wanted the little leafy bits on the side, so I cut them basically all the way down to the base. Some of them are all the way down to the base. Just to make sure I could keep the leafy bits, so I didn't just stop them before they got the leaves growing on the sides. I haven't done it with all of them. I don't have a lot of string, which is most of the problem. I think it will do. I think it will do. Blub, 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 blub. I do think that there's still probably too much of it, and I need to, like, get rid of a lot. But I don't want to get rid of too much. I don't want to get rid of, like, too many of the stalks overall. I am liking how all of the trees are coming together. I am thinking about doing just a very, very small amount of terraforming called mainly pulling this chunk. Oops. Well, that's going to be annoying to fix. Pulling this chunk around in like a circle so I can give this tree more space. I also think I'm going to clear out some of this cave to make it easier for me to do that in the first place. I'm going to do that. Just to like pull it a little bit in so that this terraforming doesn't look as jarring. But like that, we'll keep it. I don't think a zombie could make that jump. But a player definitely could if they did it on purpose. And we'll move this tree just a little bit to like here-ish, probably. Yeah, I think that'll do. Oops. Oh wait, it's a little further from the gate. And it's on this side of this tree. And I think it'll just be better overall spacing. It's also a little further from that tree. Just to keep it on the opener end. And I might still move that tree, but I'm not sure yet. Which is why I think I'm gonna do the spruce tree first, because I'm pretty sure this is really where I want it to go. Spruce tree time! This one definitely looks the most vanilla so far. Do you agree, sheep? I'm gonna take that as you mean you agree. Also, guess who finally remembered that the little leaf litter thingies are in the game? It was me. I think they look good with the path or with the tree or both. It's a fun, interesting pop of color. I might have overdid it on the path if I'm being honest. I might just peel off some of that. I also think that this tree needs a little as well. Just a bit. A little. Well, nah, probably more. The spruce trees are pine trees, so they would have pine needles there. But all we have is leaf litter, and we can turn spruce leaves into leaf litter, so, you know, it works. It's fine. This does look the most vanilla out of all of the trees. It has some glow lichen in it, and it has... Oh, I put a bunch more moss and moss carpet around with lights underneath, just to mitigate it while I think about the tree and think about how I don't know how else to do it. This is roughly what I want it to look like. It's very symmetrical because it's a spruce tree. That's the kind of tree that you prune to be very symmetrical. And stuff like that. I don't know, to me it's just very Christmas tree. There is a Christmas tree in the tavern, actually. I think I will show that. I will go shelter there from the rain that has randomly appeared while I'm busy. We'll go in through the back door. Close it behind us. What? How long has that been there? I get in through the basement still water? The nefarious basement still water? Which has a barrel in it? Oh yeah, I think that's probably cursed. Can I get in through the roof? the reindeer, who's the cutest freaking thing on earth? No? Fine, I'll go through the front door. For the record, this is so cool. Look! Tree! It's much smaller, and it's covered in invisible armor stand, or not armor stands, item frames, because I can do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it's back to exactly where it was. Oh, don't look at the back. But it's cute. It's so cute. Fireplace that has definitely... It's blocking the door! Fire exit cannot exit if not made of... Aww. That's actually really cute. Also, these might be Mendel points. Are these Mendel points? They are. They were here for trivia night that one night that we did, which doesn't have any video footage of. Ooh. I think they belong to this copper golem. I think this copper golem can have these Mendel points. The tavern is super cute. And this tree is also super cute. But my tree is just like a bigger version of that, which is a bigger version of the normal default spruce tree. I don't hate it. I think it'll work. Hopefully. That should do something for this. And also, I think I'm gonna move it 1 block this way. And I might also do the mangrove next. Because I have an idea for the mangrove tree. Honestly, it's to grow a normal mangrove tree and then add stuff to it. Just modify an already existing one. Here's my mangrove stuff. Oh, and my inventory is already a disaster. Okay. It's a little stubby, but all the trees are kind of stubby. We can definitely start with this. And I need some more grass nearby. And maybe some moss, but with this, the grass color changing here, I'm hesitant to pull in too much moss. It's like, it's about to be a... Yeah, there's a lot more contrast if we do that. I definitely want to get rid of all of the vines, and then only put in back, like, 2. And I want to completely change the roots. And I might try to lift the whole thing up like 2 blocks. But I think that this is a pretty good base to start from. Yeah, I'll just modify this. Whooshoo! I don't hate it. In fact, I actually like it a lot more than I thought I would. At first, I was like, this is not good. And then I added the tilt to the trunk and was like, this is not good. And then I moved it all over to the side, and then I changed the leaf shape, and then I added all this mud and coarse dirt underneath, and then I started liking it again. The vines bother me, because you can't stop them from growing, they're gonna grow. And I'm gonna keep them for now, because I do think they add an important bit of texture that I don't really want to do with the glow vines, which I could stop from growing. String is also an option, but again, I'm like basically out of string, as evidenced by the fact that this is still kind of... Yeah. Yeah. But... Okay, we don't need to be going that far. Anyway, I do like this a lot better than I thought I was going to. So I think I'm not going to completely change everything I wanted about it. I also think it might be time to start adding some light sources into the water. We only have, I believe, 3 trees remaining. The pale oak, the jungle, and the cherry. Now I have to pick what order I want to do them in. That's the hard bit. We'll do the pale oak, jungle, cherry. Maybe. I might change my mind on that in 5 minutes. Suppose it's time to find out. I like it. I didn't like it, and then I liked it again, and now we're here. This is one where I think a whole forest would look particularly really good. With the vines and the particles and the moss. I might do that at some point, because this was supposed to be very starter base-y, and Obviously, it doesn't feel that way now. To me, anyway. I guess my standards for a completed base... I don't know. I don't know. I went into the season with a bunch of half plans I didn't like. I kind of like where we're ending up so far. It's very cozy. And who's to say I can't have multiple bases? Like, it's no biggie. I still love that. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, you're stuck. Hold on. This is gonna be the fastest way to accomplish this. Can you fit? Yeah, you can. Did not realize this was not fully animal safe. Hypothetically, you could have jumped on the cauldron, right? Got out like that? I don't know. I don't speak sheep. Alright. I also mocked these up in dirt first for the jungle trees because they're going to be palm trees and I don't know what I'm doing. I think this is good. I think this is good. And I already added some sand. I think this is going to work. Like, especially if you look at it from over here. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. The mangrove also looks cute from over here. I also put some more vines on this guy. I really like what I did with the mud into the water. It's not too much, but it's not too little either. It's a little smattering of each biome in this zone. I like that. I like how it's looking. What I'm nervous about is this, but we'll make it work, right? Right? You can't deny that it's cute. It's cute. It's cute. Does it make a whole lot of sense? No. Does it need to? Also, no. Is there a random floating block of sand in the water from a little bit of sand mist? That should probably go there. Anyway, this was fun. I'm glad I sketched it out in dirt first. The cocoa beans also look cute because they're coconuts. It's cute. I put some glow lichen in places that are harder to see from ground level just to make sure that no mobs end up spawning. And there's a torch at the top of each of these as well. This branch looks a little weird now when I look at it again, but I didn't want that leaf and that leaf to touch each other. So they're kind of like, I don't know, they're kind of making weird shapes, but you know, it's silly, but it's cute. It's silly, but it's cute. And it leaves only one more tree left to do. I now realize might be a problem. Because we don't have the little place on the ground cherry flowers. We just have the cherry tree. Some part of my brain is telling me that they're craftable. I don't think I can make the petals. Look at all those recipes I've unlocked. Crazy. Whoa. Yeah, you can't make the petals. So, not ideal. Not ideal. I think it's gonna be using some of these. Which means using some of this. I think I need to get rid of more of the bamboo, especially since this is kind of interfering on the real estate there. So I'll take that string back. Just, you know, pull it back a little. Take that string back too. I want to go up like 1, 2, and then put a string here. And then hopefully he gets the little leafy texture, and that'll be good. This one's more of like a 1, 2, 4, 5 kind of deal. Or I want it to stop around here. And that's all the string I picked up. So we'll stop there. I can't put them on sand, but I can put them on the grass. Yeah, that'll do. Not only do I have more bamboo than I know what to do with, but I also don't have any flowering azalea bushes. Not ideal. I think we're gonna have to hold out until we can get some proper pink petals for the ground. But I was able to throw this together as a base to start with. And the flames are poking through the ground because they're on the sides of the block, which I keep forgetting is a thing I have to worry about. I mean, the smoke still pops through, but the flame only pops through if they're on the side of the block. Oh. And that's why a lot of them were on the sides of the blocks. Boop. Yeah. It's resolvable. I should probably think about those later, actually. Time for our last tree of the day. Night. You know what I mean. I think I love it. I think that even without the little cherry flowers to place on the ground, there's something really pretty here. I needed a swing from one of the trees. I stole the little signs looking like pillows thing from Pixel Riffs forever ago. Or maybe other people forever ago too, for all I know. But it's so pretty! It's so cozy, and you can sit on the swing and hear all the llamas, but ignore the llamas. But there's holes in the leaves you can see the sky through. That was something I really wanted, to keep the tree looking fluffy, and especially with the vanilla twigs I have on with the fluffy leaves, getting more of that fluff in there. And I actually really like this tree. I really like this tree. I like all the trees. Well, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm mid on the spruce tree, but I like all the trees. The ranch looks so much better now. It's just, there's so much personality in all of the little, the trees! The trees! It looks so much more interesting now. Sure, it's a little random and a little sporadic, I suppose, but I like that. I like that. I might continue this path over to the llamas at some point. I haven't fully decided yet. We do need a better home for our villager. This old home needs some revamping. And we need a name for our villager. And a name for all of our cats, too. Comments, go for it. But even this little spot with the mangrove, it's the little touches. The little things. And I just really want that to be grass. Anyway, even the bamboo, once I get more string, of course, there'll be a lot more personality here. Even this little tree has so much character to it. And this big tree also has a lot of character to it. I do like the acacia a lot. The spruce is very normal, but that's... what are you gonna do? And the birch trees add a lot of character to the front of the base as well. And the oak tree. And of course the dark oak tree that we started with. It's the only one with the glowberries, and I still really like that. We also have the well still. I love just spinning this. It does nothing, but it makes me feel so powerful. And this is just so cute. I could sit on the swing. I could sit on the swing. Aww. This would be a great spot for an outro, but I actually have one more thing I need to do before I do that. I went a little overboard on resource collecting, and my inventory is already full. I collected too much stuff, and this bundle has been living in there, and the emeralds have been living in there, but I've collected far too many things. And maybe it's about time we considered selling all of the far too many things I've collected, including an absurd amount of oak boats. That was for llama management, but oh jeez. Absolute. I already filed away some of this. And we have so much bamboo now. That's not even the bamboo chest I was looking at. Let's start with that. Just dump in all of these and all the dirt. My goodness gracious. Last of the flowers. I went through so much bone meal and a lot of lanterns and an absurd amount of potatoes just to build this. Oh, and shears. Hold on. Can I? Items. Times broken. Shears 16. Oh, that's a lot of shears. Oh, that's so many leaves. I have so many leaves. We could probably make back the bone meal by just going through where we have a lot of extra leaves and just compost a few, you know? Just run those through the composter. I do have a little auto composter set up, and I've been oxidizing a bunch of copper and stuff. And that's where the well spits out at the moment. I wanted to try, like, some of that brown texturing with the stripped dark oak. I don't think it turned out the way I wanted it to. But it was worth a shot. This is gonna be going for a while. Oh! You know, while it's going, I can actually update my notebook. In case you're wondering, that's what this is over here. I've been... here, I'll take it out so we can add today's page. Just when I've been playing the game, I've been filling in pages of the things I did that day. Let's see. Incoming transmission? What? Help. I'm stuck. Very, very stuck. Coordinates, please help me. I miss you? Did one of you lot learn how to write? This is a book. You don't get transmissions in books. What? -7, -16. Negatives that way. Negatives that way. It's this way. About 100 blocks. That's close by. -7. Ish. Is it this little island? -7. -16. Oh! Hi! I've missed you too.